It's the Mr. Marty Show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Oh, the Mr. Marty Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Well, welcome, my friends, to the show. We're glad you're here. Pull up a chair. We're gonna sing you a song and do an essay and move things along with joy and love and care for everyone here. Don't you know I'm the Mr. Marty Show? Take it away, Anna. I'm the Mr. Marty Show. Come on, keeper, sing it. Don't you know? I'm the Mr. Marty. I'm the Mr. Marty Show. Live action on the Mr. Marty Show. Show, 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 show. Bang!
The best part of the year is summertime, when your five senses work overtime. Summer, 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 summertime. Big puffy clouds in a deep blue sky. Watch fireworks catch fireflies. Summer, 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 summertime. Feel the hot sun, don't let it burn your always cold water grass between your toes. Summer, 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 summertime. Summer, 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 summertime.
I wish it could last forever. Beautiful summer weather. I am so glad that it is mine.
Summer, 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 summertime. Summer, 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 summertime. Taste the ice cream and the watermelon. Sweet corn and butter, sensation from heaven. Summer, 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 summertime. Hear cicadas singing high in the tree. Lay on the lawn, listen to crickets and bees. Summer, 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 summertime. Smell the cut grass and the barbecue. The fresh air after a storm's come through. Summer, 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 summertime. Summer, 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 summertime.
I wish it could last forever. Beautiful summer weather. I am so glad that it is mine.
Summer, 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 summertime. Summer, 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 summertime. Oh, the best part of the year is summertime. When your five senses work overtime. Oh, summer, 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 summertime. Summer, 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 summertime.
Our mission at Mr. Marty is to create a show of variety that feeds the soul, with people from around the world contributing. We can become as big as your gift will allow us to be. Won't you consider joining the team? Go to martinmccormack.com and pledge a monthly contribution. Let's keep this growing.
Hi, Mr. Marty fans. Ma Gilmore here. Today we're talking about art, all forms of art, whether it be dramas or writers or people who play instruments or painters. Now, my family is filled with artists who paint, who draw. My great aunt Treva did so many of my paintings in my home. She was a wonder. She went to the Chicago Art School back in the 30s, and she learned a lot. I like how artists bring different points of light into their pictures so that your eye goes straight there. In one of her pictures of Nova Scotia, she has a chimney, a red chimney that brings your eye right there. In another, she has a boat, a tugboat that is red, and your eye is right there. Well, I have never been able to be an artist as such. My drawings all look like they were done when I was 5. I did not get that talent. Everyone else in my family did, including my dad. He was a geologist, and nowadays they don't do the maps like they used to, the long log maps. But he did, and he had an eye for color and an eye for penmanship so small that it takes a magnifier to see it. And my mom, even she was one that could paint before her accident. And my grandmother, one of our favorite things for Christmas are the notes that she did to each one of my children. And then she drew a picture of them and told them what they were getting for Christmas. And those are cherished items. I have not only Treva Mills, but I have Marty McCormick's many, many pictures that I love. I have a Mirapolsky that dons my den. I have Navajo bowls from New Mexico. But I took on, when I was about 8 years old, my mom and dad decided that they wanted me to get into art. So they bought me an easel and all the paints that I could ever want. And I stood there wondering, what could I draw? I was 8 years old. What could I draw? And I looked out our backyard, and it was kind of a rainy day in the autumn, and it was dreary, and the apple tree caught my eye. It had lost its leaves. It was kind of swaying in the breeze that had picked up, and so I started painting that. Now, I didn't think it was very good or that it was very important, but as it turned out, my little painting by an 8-year-old became one of the most important paintings we have. This little painting here, not really good. You can see the apple tree. We've been picking up leaves. And that day, we didn't know that the next day there was going to be tragedies that happened in our family. First of all, our dog died. We'd had her for about 8 or 9 years. Then I caught our kitchen on fire, leaving bacon on the stove, as an 8-year-old will do. And then an out of season tornado hit, and it ripped our apple tree out of the ground. And all that's left is my little picture. That's our apple tree, saved for all time. And I did it as an 8-year-old. Haven't picked up a brush since, haven't wanted to. But at least it's in our family, and we can see that it represents something in our life. So this is Ma Gilmore. Whether you have talent or not, pick up a pencil, pick up a crayon, pick up some paint, and draw. You never know. It may become history in your family. This is Ma Gilmore, wishing you peace and much love and hugs in your life. Peace.
Hello, I'm Polly Chase. You know me as the spokesperson for the Marty Fine Art Gallery. This week, Marty asked me to turn the lens to my own artwork, so I've curated a dozen images from about 30 years worth of my photography profession and avocation. What started as a hobby at age 10 with the Polaroid one-step camera, which I still have, expanded into professions, wearing many different hats but with the same handheld accessory. At the time, a 35mm Canon AE1, which I also still have. Of course, I've moved on to shooting digital with a Nikon, iPhone, and iPad. Photography was never about making art for me. It was more a way of seeing beyond a cursory glance, an extension of my sense of sight, and a way to perhaps take part in the wonders of the world. Some photos happen because I have a sort of sixth sense that something interesting is about to appear. But mostly, my captures are the result of hours of quiet, patient observation of the swirl of life around me. In late adulthood, I became an art lover, art collector, arts advocate, and yes, an artist. I lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico, one of the top 5 art markets in America, for 10 years. There, I became an artist rep and gallery sales consultant. That's also where I pursued my fine art degree in painting and drawing. I count music and dance among the artistic threads that stitch together every part of my life. Some of my best friendships are built with art as the cornerstone. For instance, my involvement with Marty and his many creative offerings. You can imagine my joy when he used my backyard barred owl image as inspiration for his latest painting, his one-eyed owl. However, when I take a photograph, it isn't to say, look, I was here and I made this. My photos are simply documents of how life was for a split second, and that from my perspective, it was beautiful.
Okay, so you can see what I've done so far is now I'm starting to get into drawing out the feathers. And I have the underpinning, if you will, and now I've come up with a second layer, which I use like a bluish tint because it's going to be kind of an evening scene where the owl was certainly deep in the woods. Now I'm going to start using the brown plumage, and I have so much plumage that I'm going to take this white, which I have copious amounts of, and I am mixing it with burnt umber, and I want to get it to the right consistency. So that's what's going to happen next.
Hi, my name is Marcus Gentry, and this is another mindful moment. The subject is art as an outlet. In this year of 2022, and the year can be replaced with any year, month, or day, people experience uncertainty, whether that's in the political world or in communities or even in our own home, or even uncertainties or changes that may have happened with us personally. People are trying to find a way to manage the difference that has happened, find relief, find release. Many people are just overwhelmed with stress, and they're looking for new ways just to relax and breathe. I want to suggest consider using art as an outlet. And when I say art, I'm talking about any of the arts that just might speak to you. Art of dancing, the art of singing, the art of cooking, the art of design, jewelry making, the art of writing. If I say writing, it could be writing a song, it could be writing poetry, it could be writing your thoughts creatively. Whatever that might be, it's one of the arts that could possibly be used as an outlet to help manage something that might be going on. And that could be something may have changed with your health, thrown you off balance. Something might have changed in your finances and created new stress for you, or something has just happened in the world and you're feeling a little frustrated. You're just trying to figure out how to get through that moment. Consider using one of the arts as an outlet to help manage those things. So say for a moment that you don't have an art or you don't know what speaks to you. I always pose the question, if you hear something or you discover something that just might help you manage something a little bit better,
How willing are you to try something different? If it means adjusting your attitude or changing your behavior or your beliefs or something, are you willing to do anything different if there's a possibility that it could help you manage things better? Or are you digging in your heels and continue to do things as you are? You want things to change as long as you don't have to change or do anything different. Consider using art as an outlet. And if you don't have something, here's 3 things I'd like to suggest that you do. 1, explore possibilities. Unleash your imagination to try possibilities, try things. Just explore. The second part is to engage in what you have explored. So not just something that you watch on television or in a magazine somewhere. Actually get involved, do something, try it, engage in that. After you've done that, make an honest evaluation. How did it feel? Sometimes you have to do something a couple of times to see, well, I don't like this, or maybe this is starting to catch on a little bit. Explore different possibilities, engage in it, and evaluate if that works for you. If you do that, I guarantee you can find some interesting outcomes from that. So look for an opportunity to use art as an outlet. Consider the possibilities of lightening your load just a little so you can travel through life a little bit better, and expect miraculous things to happen if you become open to those possibilities. My name is Marcus Gentry, and this has been another mindful moment talking about the subject of art as an outlet. Till next time, travel well.
Hello, folks. The wait is over. Martin McCormick's captivating artwork can now be seen and purchased at the Keokuk Art Center in Keokuk, Iowa. This exhibition of Marty fine art runs through June 25th. Visit the Art Center all month long to see paintings, scratch art, drawings, including Martin McCormick's newest pieces, One-Eyed Wolf, 200 Proof, the Thunder Bison Jacket, and the freshly completed One-Eyed Owl. While you are at the Art Center, sign up for Marty's newsletter to be entered in the July 4th drawing for Steel Eagle. Marty has been hard at work, so come celebrate his success at the closing reception, Saturday, June 25th, from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Keokuk Art Center. To save and share this information and see the artwork, visit martinmccormick.com.
Art can bring an added interest to the natural beauty of any garden. A well-known and much-loved poem is etched in concrete and embedded in my lawn. In my garden, it consists of wall plaques on brick walls and ornaments scattered throughout round cover plants. The little girl Grace reading her book, the first purchase to place in the garden, followed by Titania the Fairy Queen. My home is named Caithness, after that area in Scotland, which is part of my Scottish ancestry. The fairy garden under the Japanese maple tree at the end of the veranda has many small items which add a touch of whimsy to this area. Small children delight in it. The shy bowerbird has given me the most prized art in the garden. His beautifully constructed and decorated bower.
Thanks for watching the show. Hope you like the show. Really glad you're here. Really glad you're here. I hope you like the show. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for watching the show. I hope you liked it today. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for watching the show.